Okay, we might be in trouble. What's up, guys? It's I guess it's a pre-produced news update. I don't really do these that often anymore. Usually I just kind of handle it in the DD Lives, but this just dropped. I actually heard this news earlier today that when Neve Campbell was at one of the, I think Monster Palooza or something like that over the weekend, she stated that she would not be returning. And then I guess there's an official report. Shout out to Lindsay Mother Mayhem. She just sent me this report from bloodydisgusting.com. So we're going to read through this. And I have some thoughts that I've been thinking about on the matter. I actually kind of discussed it last night a little bit on DD Live. We ranked the final acts of the Halloween franchise. I'll put a card right here. Definitely watch that. We had a good time, actually. It's not easy ranking the final acts of the Halloween franchise. But anyway, let's read through this story here, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this, because I have some. Okay, it says, Neve Campbell reportedly not returning for Scream 6 next year. I'm probably not going to read through this whole thing, just kind of the meat and potatoes, but rumors have begun to circulate around the internet that Neve Campbell will not be returning for next year's Scream 6, with Campbell herself reportedly telling fans this news on the convention circuit. But there are there any truth to those rumors? For what it's worth, Bloody Disgusting has been hearing similar sentiments, and we're digging for more information. Of course, anything could change from this point forward, but all signs at this time are pointing to Scream 6 centering on characters beyond iconic franchise heroine Sidney Prescott. And there's an update right here. It says, update, Neve Campbell confirms she won't be returning for Scream 6. Holy shit. We're going to read that here in just a sec too, but it says Scream 6's official plot description reads, the Scream saga continues with the 4 survivors of the Ghostface killings as they leave Woodsboro behind and start a fresh chapter. That's big news right there. That's big news right there. If we're indeed in store for a completely fresh chapter for Scream 6, it would be the very first Scream movie without Neve Campbell. That's big stuff right there. For this year's Scream 5, the only reason Sidney returned to battle Ghostface one more time was because Dewey's death. So it only makes sense that Sidney would no longer have a reason to be involved in the bloody ordeal. Let's stop right there. I'm going to go over to this update that officially confirms it. Neve Campbell confirms she won't return for Scream 6 with official statement. Wow, this is big. This is big. As we told you earlier this morning, we had been hearing that the rumors were true and Neve Campbell won't be returning for Scream 6, and Campbell now makes that official. Wow. Campbell tells Deadline this afternoon, sadly, I won't be making the next Scream film. The actress continues, as a woman, I have had to work extremely hard in my career to establish my value, especially when it comes to Scream. I felt the offer that was presented to me did not equate to the value I have brought to the franchise. And I'm going to talk about her role in Scream 5 after I get through reading this. It's been a very difficult decision to move on. To all my Scream fans, I love you. You've always been so incredibly supportive to me. I'm forever grateful to you and to what this franchise has given me over the past 25 years, adds Campbell. This makes Scream 6 the very first film in the franchise not to feature franchise heroine Sidney Prescott. The new sequel brings Ghostface back to theaters March 31st, 2023. Wow. Okay, I think that's enough. I guess the first thing we'll talk about is Neve Campbell leaving. This is really big because this is a first, you know, and thinking back to her role in Scream 5, I did a Scream ranking. I don't remember if I put Scream 5 dead last, but if I did, I wouldn't be surprised. And one of the things was Neve Campbell, Sidney Prescott, really didn't have much of a presence in the movie. Yes, she came back because of Dewey. The character would do that, but she really felt in the way the whole time. And I felt that on Neve Campbell's posture, actually. She probably felt like a third wheel when she came on set. I don't know. You know, this is an actress that has only worked with Wes Craven for the previous 4 movies. So there's that family dynamic there. So she's kind of an outsider coming into this, and she really felt like an outsider in Scream 5. Now, there was an offer that was presented to her, so they had a treatment written in the script for her, but obviously it wasn't substantial enough. Probably retreading the same ground that we did last time of her just kind of showing up, I'm guessing here, but you know what? Good on you, Neve Campbell. I think she actually made the right decision to say enough is enough. This just doesn't jive with what I want as far as my future goes in the franchise. And also this kind of puts a stain on the current trilogy that's going on right now. Again, my opinion, Scream 5, one of the worst Scream movies out there. It just, even the way it was filmed felt a little bit lesser than the rest of the Scream movies, maybe excluding 3. 1, 2, and 4 are quality Scream movies, all the way down to the filmmaking, everything. This new movie to me felt a little lower budget. It just didn't feel as tight, I guess. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad movie. There are some fun elements to it. I do like Sam and Tara as characters, and we're gonna be depending on them to carry us forward. Also, where does this leave Gale Weathers? You know, I've never been a massive Gale Weathers fan anyway. That's a preference, a personal preference. I know a lot of you guys love Gale Weathers. I'm sure Courtney Cox probably thought that Neve Campbell was coming back. So does this change things, and now maybe she'll bow out and say, no, you know what, you guys go ahead, have at it. Now let's talk about some of the positives, the possibilities going forward. You know, there is some light maybe at the end of the tunnel. First off, the box office for Scream 5 was massive. You know, probably the best since Scream 2 or 3, because I don't think Scream 4 was a big box office hit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this was a big hit, and it gave new life to the Scream franchise. You know, if you're just basing this on monetary value, then we're full steam ahead and we can keep pressing forward. The two characters that I'm still highly interested in are Sam and Tara. So what they do with those two characters going forward does have my curiosity. Can a good Scream movie still be made? Absolutely, absolutely. This next movie could benefit from maybe not having Sidney Prescott in there, because if they didn't really have much for her to do anyway, then you know, all the pressure rides on the new cast's shoulders. The other cast members have to prove themselves to me, because I did not really care for them in the last movie at all. You know, they're kind of riding on Randy's coattails. You know, they were nephew and niece of Randy. Both of them combined didn't even compare. Didn't have a shred of charisma and likability that Jamie Kennedy did. So those two really have to prove themselves to me. But, you know, the fact that this is the first movie without Sidney Prescott, franchises actually do this all the time. I mean, look at Laurie Strode in the Halloween franchise. She's come back so many freaking times. If anything, I have the utmost respect for Neve Campbell for sticking with this franchise for so long, you know, and bowing out at the appropriate time. She probably should have bowed out on the last one. You know, her timing's almost perfect here. So, really curious going forward to see what happens with this new movie. Do they really take a chance and shake it up big time? Or do they follow the same tried and true Scream formula? The answer to that's probably going to be in the middle, I would think. They got to do something about these final acts, because if they keep retreading the same ground over and over and over with the two killer concept, and you know, Scream 5, one of the biggest issues was it was easily the most predictable final act of the entire franchise. So I really want them to shake things up and really just surprise the hell out of me. That's what I want. I want to be really, really freaking surprised. I just watched or rewatched Tenebrae and recorded a new review for that. And one thing that I didn't realize is the final act in that movie, I couldn't guess anything. And it was glorious. So give me something like that. All right. So I'm going to get a lot of opinions from you guys down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about this, about Neve Campbell not returning. Big news, really big news. Kind of sad, but I don't know. We'll see. Also, be sure to come over to Kill Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day on Fridays. We do free for Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on all my socials. Support me on Patreon. Buy me a coffee. And you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Drumdum out.